Alright guys, so today I went out. I'm recording this video after the fact that I already went thrifting, but this is gonna be the beginning of my video. I'm just an absolute mess today. I don't know what it is, but I can't I can't do anything right today. So I went to Goodwill because I had to come into town to put out the trash at my parents' house, the garbage, and so I decided to stop at Goodwill, and I was like the first one in there as soon as they opened, so that was pretty awesome. I felt like I was the only shopper there at first, and then I did decide to come over here to Community Aid as well. So this video is going to just have some probably clips of me in at Goodwill. Obviously nothing here at Community Aid because we're not allowed to record anymore in there. And then I'll probably have the haul at the end of this video because I just never quite know exactly what all usable footage I have when I'm thrifting in count of the radio playing. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned. Guys, I feel like I literally am the only one in Goodwill right now. It's like I have the whole store to myself. It's crazy. Definitely different from last time I was here because last time there were so many people and now today there's nobody. I used to have one of these when I was younger to learn I had a multiplication one. You know what? Do they still make these? Is this older? It looks like the one I had. I might look it up. I'm just going to fill my cart with stuff and then I'll look it up afterwards. That way I can get through the store at a fairly decent clip and then take some time to look stuff up instead of stopping every 2 seconds to search. So, the seafood set's still there. What does that say? Festival. There's balloons. Little fish box. There's always so many dishes. So many. Alright, I've been ignoring this side. Oh look, you guys, the caps are still here. I was just here last week, so I'm not expecting to find a whole lot of new stuff, but it's only one way to find out, and that is to look. That's a Sterilite dish, not a Tupperware. What's this say? This little grandma trinket box. Stemless flutes. Photo album. I am seeing some things that I didn't see last week. But, oh, they still have that hot air balloon. I was looking at this last week because, I don't know, I just liked it. It's a ceramic trinket box. It just says made in China. But I just really liked the hot air balloon on it. I'm scared though that the tape, when you pull the tape off, I'm afraid it's going to take off the image, because it's like it happens a lot when they tape stuff. You get it home, take the tape off, and it rips. Here's an old Bath and Body Works warm vanilla sugar. The lotion looks so gross in there. I don't like buying the old lotions. I like buying the old Bath and Body Works sets. I don't know. I mean, I might look that up, but I just don't like the look of that lotion. Let's see. So, calendar. It's a pretty decorative plate. For decorative purposes only. I love when they say that. You can't use them for food. That's so funny. What's this? I might scan this. These are flashcards for psychology. has two like random little candles in. That's so weird. What these are. Oh, that's pretty. There's like a big chunk missing out of that. Big old chunk missing. Oh, competing with the radio as always. So, we're just gonna see what I can get. I got some stuff in my cart, but I'm gonna wait to look it up until I'm finished looking around the store. What is this thing? What else? Wow. It's making all kinds of noise. Since I don't know what I'm looking at, I'm not sure if it's like missing pieces. Oh, here's a... This is cast iron. Who's that made by? It says Alphabet Mold. It says 1985. They got $3.99 on that. I gotta stick it in my cart, and we'll check it out here soon. Just don't want anything going on. That I got fragile stuff in there. It's a bowling ball and bowling shoes down here. I still have that Hello Kitty bowling ball I got from here. I decided to keep it, but Eric still didn't take me bowling yet, so they're just kind of just still at my house. Oh my gosh, I can't get back up. Okay, here we go. These are neat. It's a little set. This appears to be a video game type mat. What are these things? Just some planter pieces. I think I mentioned because they were about to put this out last time. These are good for melting chocolate. When you're doing holiday baking, I make peanut butter eggs a lot, and they're good for melting chocolate. Fondue warmer. Gosh, see all that tape? That is going to take all of that paint off. I'm missing the other side. Is there anything over here? Regis? Alright, so I found this. I don't know what made me look at this. It was a 6-piece dinnerware storage set, supposedly, for $6.99. But inside is like all of this Christmas village stuff from Limax. It all seems to still be like in their original packaging. I might get this. Even if it's just to set up for myself. Like there's fences and bushes and fake snow and who knows what all is in there. So we're gonna get that and go through it, and it's by Limax, which is a good brand. So I'm gonna shove that in there. I'm glad I looked in there. It was over here at the Christmas stuff, so kind of made sense. So our little vases. Be good to yourself. Eat chocolate, buy shoes, call a friend, take a nap. I like that. I'm all for all of those things. For sure. What's back here? A microphone. I feel like I have something in my eyeball and it's driving me absolutely insane. But I don't want to like pick at it because germs. So I'm really trying hard not to rub my eye right now. There is some printer ink in here. Oh, I bet it goes with, does it go with this? No, that's a Canon. This is Lexmark. Question. I'm gonna scan that real quick. Okay. We ask that our customers wear masks too. We are so glad to see you back at GOODWILL. Thanks for shopping with us today. That's picture. I have like a full cart here. I found these books. I was always interested in these. I know if you have a bunch of them, they can do okay. There was 16 here. I feel like they might be $1.99 a piece though, so that's something I might have to decide on if I'm getting or not. Is this a coffee bean grinder? I have one of those, but I've never actually purchased whole beans to grind my own coffee. I need to try that sometime though. It's on my list of things I want to do, just haven't yet. Oh! There are things for your phone. And vacuum cleaner tablet. It's interesting. They definitely look older. Plates are pretty. Looks like there's a section on here for maybe a teacup. It's a big plate though for a teacup. What is in here? Art masking fluid and green acrylic paint. This poor pineapple has been here for so long. No one seems to be buying it. I did look these up and they're not worth picking up. But I mean, if you need them, they are, because they're only 99 cents. I'm going to take a look at the shoes and kind of go through my cart. I'm going to find a place to... Ooh, there's another thing. I have like a big bag of these in my cart already. They're $1.99 for the whole bag. They're like sample size, but I really like this stuff. And I like how it smells. It's rose face mist. Should I just buy the rest of them? I don't need them. I'm gonna buy the rest of them. I can probably put them in like a big bottle so I don't have like 800 small bottles laying around. When I went to the yard sale that the thrift store was putting on, they actually gave me one for free with my purchase. I don't know where these places are getting all of them, but there definitely seems to be an abundance of them. What are these? They look like little personal salt and pepper. Yeah, mini salt and pepper sets. They're actually from Shell.Belle. We'll take a look at those. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my thrift store haul. I went to Goodwill, and then after that I went to another thrift store called Community Aid that is in my area. I haven't gone to that thrift store in a while because their prices are kind of high, but it was on half off day, so I decided to go in and take a look. So I'll show you what I got there as well. So I'll start with the Goodwill stuff first, and then at the end of this video I have a couple of updates, just like life updates that I kind of wanted to talk about, but I'll put that at the end of the video just in case, you know, there might be some people who just want to see what I picked up and don't really care about what's going on in my life. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the Goodwill stuff first. I spent, let me just say what I spent first. I feel like when I go to Goodwill, I usually don't spend a whole lot. I spent like $50 during this trip, and it was all pretty much because of one thing, and I'll get to that and I'll explain it a little better when I get to it. But the first thing that I picked up was a set of bookends. They have masking tape on, which I'm thankful it's masking tape and not some of that other like clear plastic tape. I feel like when Goodwill uses that, a lot of the times the paint and stuff like comes off. I'm not gonna bother like taking these apart right now, but I thought these were really unique and interesting. They're definitely a sports theme, I believe basketball. They have some basketball shoes, a little jersey, and then like a basketball schedule is what this thingy is. And they say Indiana on. And then on the bottom it does say collegiate licensed product, and yeah, just basketball bookends. They were $3.99 and they appear to be in good condition, no chips or paint loss. So I decided to take a chance on these. I could not find them anywhere. Like I couldn't find any on eBay and I couldn't find them while doing a Google search either. So, the tape's getting stuck to my hair. So we'll see how those go. I just wanted to take a chance on them because I thought that they were really unique. So I got those. You guys know I like picking up beauty products. I got these here. These are by Regis. It's called Design Line Weightless Thermal Primer. There was 2 bottles there, so I took both bottles and they were 99 cents a piece. Looks like they were originally $12.99. When I looked these up, again, couldn't really find them. I did think I saw one, just like one bottle had ended less than $20, but since I had 2, I figured I would lot them together as 2. So this might be a product that maybe is no longer made. They don't have like an expiration date or anything like that. But I do plan on listing them together. So I thought that was a good deal for 99 cents a piece. Another beauty item that I got, I went freaking crazy with these. I think I might have mentioned in the video when I picked up a bag of these. When I went to one of the last thrift yard sales I went to, where the thrift store was like putting on a yard sale type thing, they gave me one of these bottles of Garnier Soothing Facial Mist with rose water as like a freebie. I don't know where these have been coming from, but they had a whole bunch of them that they were giving away, like a gift with purchase type thing. And then when I went to Goodwill, I saw this huge clear baggie full of them for $1.99. And I really like this stuff. It's nice to use just to like spritz on to, you know, it gives you like a cooling sensation type of thing. So like really awesome in the summertime. But you know, you could also use it as like toner and stuff like that. And I love the scent of rose, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy them. So I did look them up, you know, I just reseller brain there. I did look them up just to make sure. Currently they're not really selling for much at all, even while lotted up. Maybe like you could get $1 a bottle, which I mean isn't bad, but probably not really worth my time right now. So next time I go to the store, I'm gonna look for like a big empty like spritz bottle and maybe like dump some of these in there so I don't have like 800 of these laying around. But I took every bag that they had. So they had 3 bags and there's like a ton of bottles in each bag. So each bag was $1.99. I am set with those for a while, and like I said, I'll probably keep them. Let's see. I also took this guy here. It's called the Magic Math and it's for division. So it's just a little helpful thing. Like I was thinking like homeschool type thing. I could put in my title for this. And I had one of these when I was younger. I think mine was for multiplication. And it was really helpful with learning. And that was $1.99. And these were selling okay. Not like for crazy amounts of money or anything like that. But for $2, I decided to pick that up. They sell different ones. Like I said, I had multiplication. This one's for division. And then I think they have like addition, subtraction, and that kind of thing. I bought this Pottery Barn Kids blanket and hat gift set. They had this priced at $4.99, but it was still in the box. It looks like the hat still has the tag and everything like that. There is some tape on the box, so I'll have to see about... Yeah, I think that'll come off without ruining the box there. So, but I thought that was really cute. And Pottery Barn stuff is expensive, like we know that. So I have high hopes for this, especially since it's like a new gift set. Christmas is coming, that kind of thing. So I decided to get that. We'll see. When I saw this, it made me think of Eric, because he's always picking up trays and stuff like that, like molds. And this is a cast iron mold. It's by John Wright, and I know there was a date on it, a year. It's just called an alphabet mold. I think it says I want to say it says 1985, but it's in like brand new condition. There's no like weird cookie bits or anything like that in there. And that was $3.99. So I thought that was a good deal, and we've been pretty successful with selling just molds in general, but definitely like cast iron seems to do well. So we'll see about that one too. So the reason that my Goodwill bill was so high was because of these books. These books are in like a whole collection. They were put out by Life, and they're called Mysteries of the Unknown. So each book is just about like something weird, like the unexplained type things. Like this one's hauntings, spirit summonings, mystic quests. There's just like all different kinds. But this collection of books, especially if you have the entire collection, I'm not entirely sure how many books are in the collection off the top of my head, but if you have the entire collection, they do sell really well. And even if you just have like a lot of them, they do good with like a large lot as well. So Goodwill's books, the hardback, are $1.99 a piece. So I paid $1.99 a piece for these, and there's 16 of them. So not the entire collection by any means, but so here's the deal with these books. I've been wanting these books for myself for a long time. I'll sometimes see them out and about while thrifting or yard selling, just randomly, like one book here, one book there, never an actual collection or huge lot of them. So when I stumbled upon these at Goodwill, there were 16 of them, which is like the largest amount I have ever come across. So my thought process was, if I do decide to sell them with the amount that I have, if I wouldn't get what I want for them, then I just keep them. So I'll probably just keep them, and maybe even like read them, because I'm a book nerd and I have to read everything, and I've been wanting these and I want to read them. So I think I'm gonna like make a list that I just like have on my phone of the ones that I don't have. So if I would come across them while I'm out yard selling or at thrift stores, then I can pick it up and put it towards this collection. And then after I'm done reading them and maybe I decide I don't want them in my bookcase anymore, then sell the collection of them. So we'll see. But it was something that I personally wanted, so I didn't mind as much paying so much for them. You know, because it does, when you're paying like that much for something to resell, it does eat into your profit. So my whole like brain thing was that I was just gonna keep them for myself. So I didn't mind paying what I did for them. So that's gonna be really fun read, and I'm also curious to see which ones I don't have in my collection. This is just a stack here, and they're all in really good condition as well. I believe they belonged to some sort of library at one point, so they're in great condition. Like up here it says something about the Upper Triad Association Library. I have no idea what that is, but they're in great shape. So, and I got some more books for myself. I was really like shopping for myself today. So the first one I got was this one called Ghostly American Places, a ghostly guide to America's most fascinating haunted landmarks. So again, that was $1.99 because it's a hardcover. And then I also took this one called The Witch of Lime Street, Seance, Seduction, and Houdini in the Spirit World. I thought that sounded good too. So that again was $1.99. And then the last thing that I have to show might take a little while. Might take a little while to go through. In fact, I'm going to, since I have so much to talk about and this video is going to be so long, I'll give you a sneak peek of this, but we're going to open it in a separate video, just so I can get through the rest of the stuff, of the things I got while I was thrifting. But at Goodwill, I saw this box. It was just this big box that said options on it, and it had this vintage 6-piece dinnerware storage set. And you guys saw this in my video. I don't know what made me open this, but I did, and I'm so glad I did. I paid $6.99 for the box. And sneak peek, though you guys saw this in the video as well, it was filled with Christmas, just all these Christmas like little town accessories, and a lot of them look to be Limax. So it's just like a whole box filled with like Christmas village type pieces for $6.99. I thought that was a great deal. So even if this box ends up not really being worth anything, I have a whole Christmas village now for $7. So we're gonna go through that in a separate video because this is a pretty big box and it is filled to the top. And I got a lot of other stuff to share. With you. So that is everything. That's everything that I picked up at Goodwill. Then, like I said, I went to the thrift store down the street because it was half off day. The prices there can be absolutely insane. It's more like shopping at a used department store than a thrift store. Like as soon as I got in the door, I saw, because it's been a while since I went in there, I saw shelves of Starbucks mugs for between $12.99 to $14.99 a piece. And I took the time, since it was half off day, I took the time to look all of them up just to make sure there wasn't one sitting there that was like worth a lot of money and worth me picking up. But what they wanted for them is pretty much what they were selling for on eBay. So definitely not worth my time. But I did find some things because as much as they try to like put nice things behind the counters and try to charge an arm and a leg, they miss stuff. They always miss stuff, so that's why I like to look around. So one thing I found that they missed was this vintage Halloween blow mold. This is a light. It does light up. I didn't plug it in yet to see if it lights, but there is a way to get in here so I can change out the bulb if the bulb needs changing. Just needs a little bit cleaned up. And they wanted $2.99 for that. And when I looked it up, it was consistently selling for around $30. So that was a great score. So, and I just love his little happy face. Like, even though he's a ghost, he's happy about it. Holding his skull all jolly like. So maybe that is actually his face, and this is, well, this is actually his face, but this is the face that he wears to scare people as a ghost. That's my understanding. But yeah, it does need a little bit cleaned up, but I can easily just wipe this down, so it's no big deal. So again, like I said, something that is definitely worth more than the $2.99 they had on it. So if if anyone who works there watches my videos, they'll know to like put a huge price on blow molds now. Okay, so I also found some clothes. I did take some time to look at clothes. There is tons of clothes there. I would say that this thrift store is mainly clothing, but they do have a lot of hard goods there as well. But like I said, the prices, like there's not a lot of wiggle room, even on half off day, to resell. And I think they really do try to, in all honesty, make it hard for resellers. Like, I personally feel that way. And you can't film in there anymore, so they don't want people filming in there, and it's just, I don't know, the store itself like has always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I still like going in and trying to find some things. So I got this men's shirt, this men's dress shirt, button down. It's got these pretty stripes on, and then it has the print underneath the cuffs as well, so if you roll it up. It reminded me of Robert Graham. It's not by Robert Graham though. I had a hard time reading this, but the name of the brand is called Luciano, or Luciana Visconti is what I'm pretty sure it says there. And they had that at $7.99, but again, I got it half off. And when I looked it up, it did seem like a nice brand, so I decided to just take a chance with it. I've never tried selling that brand before, never came across it before, so we'll see. I got this top, and this is by a company called Fig and Flower, and I've sold a top very similar to this by the same brand, Fig and Flower, and this one here is a size 2X. So there is the tag if you're interested in seeing. I think maybe this is an Anthropologie brand. I'll have to double check, I can't remember. But since I sold one just like it in a smaller size, I decided to take a chance with this one since it was a larger size, and they only had that priced at $3.99. So got that. I found 2 pairs of Torrid pants, and these are really pretty. They're pretty much the same pant, just a different color and a different kind of floral print. So these first ones are this color here with a floral print, and they are a size 2, and they had these priced at $6.99. So I got that pair. And then I also got this pair, which is black with purple flowers. So very pretty, just kind of like lightweight, slinky, comfortable, elastic waist. And again, $6.99, and they are the same size as well, a size 2. So got those. I also took this hat. I just thought it was pretty. But I did see one sell very similar to this for like 20-ish. I think that one was new with tag. This one's not. It's a little bit dirty probably from just like sitting around. But it says Fly Racing on the front. Just a really nice pink. They had that marked at $5.99. So we're just going to take a chance with it. There was none currently listed. So I sometimes like that because then like if yours is the only one listed, it has, you know, a better chance of selling if someone's looking for it. And then I found a pair of vintage Oshkosh bibs. You guys know I mainly like when I do check the children's section, I only really look for vintage Oshkosh bibs. And you can tell which ones are vintage pretty much by the tag. Here's the tag on that one. Like it's just an older style tag there. But these ones were really cool. They were obviously like blue denim, but they got feet on them. They're like little footy bibs. How cute are those? They are so precious. So I decided to pick those up, and they had those marked at $4.99. So we're gonna give them a whirl, see if they sell. I just thought they were adorable. I've never seen footy bibs before. But that is everything for the thrift store stuff that I found this week while I went thrifting. I've been wanting to get out a little more frequently because of the fact that I feel that things are going to shut down again and we're going to go back into quarantine, and I'm not going to be able to do any kind of sourcing. I still have tons of stuff at my house to list and that kind of thing. I still have my death pile. I didn't even ever get through that, and I never got through that entirely even while we were under our first quarantine. And I just have this huge feeling, especially since like every day you read in the news that there's like so many more cases again happening. I just have this feeling that come after Christmas, after the holidays, because they know people aren't gonna, you know, self-quarantine during Christmas because everyone does their shopping. But I have this feeling after Christmas things are going to shut down again. So I wanted to try to get out as much as possible to do some sourcing, so I have stuff to list if we do go under another lockdown. But I also, as I stated, kind of wanted to do a little bit of like an update on life things. I just, one, wanted to take a minute to apologize. Like, I've been posting videos, but I haven't been really like in the comments, like responding to comments and like liking and hearting things like I like to do. I've just been so incredibly busy. I took some time today before I started recording this video to respond to some in my last cha-ching video. But so you guys know I've been going through the whole selling my parents' house and that type of thing, the whole like estate thing. So the estate sale, like the contents and stuff, that auction is going to be on December 5th, I believe, was the date that they gave me. So that's when that's going to be happening. The house went up on the market and we're already under a contract. Like, it was only up for 3 days and already had a contract on it. So that's super exciting. The offer that we took was someone who was going to pay cash and they weren't requiring an inspection. So we went with that offer and we got, they said maybe around the 1st of December is when we would close on it. Obviously I can't say for sure if that's like the exact day it'll be, but it was super quick. I mean, 3 days on the market, that's insane. And I liked the idea of taking this cash offer without the inspection, just because, you know, me personally, I had not been living there. Dad, even him, like when he's been like in and out of hospitals, he's been was in hospitals for, when he was down in Maryland, he was down there for 3 months. Like, the house wasn't being like super taken care of kind of thing, and you know, that kind of thing. So if anything were to come up, like, I didn't want to have to put money towards fixing anything, so we were selling as is. So to get that offer was great. I don't know, maybe it's someone who just purchased it because they're going to flip it, like, you know, just redo things and flip it and sell it for more. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I just wanted it to be done quickly and I'm getting more for it than I ever thought that it would go for. So that's like really exciting that happened so fast and so, like, you know, it like all kind of worked out kind of thing, because I was stressing about it pretty good. And then I also wanted to take a minute to talk about, because I haven't mentioned it in a while, and I know some people are probably curious about my dad's cat and what happened to his cat, because I was saying, like, I was trying to get a hold of a no-kill animal rescue to take him, or like have a family member take him, or, you know, just trying to find a home for him. So I didn't want to talk about it at first because there's always, you know, there's always someone out there who is will be judgy no matter what you do, and I didn't want to be judged for what I had to do. But I did end up surrendering him to the SPCA, and it was like the hardest day of my life. I cried the whole way home, and I was crying for days afterwards. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I feel like people do have a stigma against the SPCA, thinking that the SPCA just kills animals or something, which is not the case. Our local SPCA is amazing. They're constantly doing things for the animals, always on Facebook with like live videos showing you the animals and what they're doing and that kind of thing. For Halloween, they had a cat Halloween parade and dressed them up in costumes, and they're always doing something for the animals. And I had run into one of my mom's friends at the market, and when I told her that I had surrendered, because she asked about the cat and I said that I had surrendered him to the SPCA, she seemed very upset by it. Like, she was almost like offended, and I could just tell she was like horrified that I did that, you know what I mean? And it rubbed me the wrong way because, one, I did not have a choice. I was under a huge time constraint, having to get like the house listed and everything like that, and I was not able to take the cat. You guys know I have an elderly dog myself, and it was just not humanly possible to bring in another animal at her age. It can't be done, and I could not find any family or friends that would take him. It was my only option, and I worried and stressed about it since the day I surrendered him. So since the day I had surrendered him, this was back in October, I was looking at the SPCA website daily, like multiple times a day, looking for his profile. Because I was worried, like, you know, like I had her, like that lady that, you know, my mom was friends with, kind of like, you know, horrified that I did this, and it was putting like doubts in my head and second guessing myself, like, what did I do, you know what I mean? So I was worrying about that because I was checking every day and just wasn't seeing his profile, like, what happened to him, where did he go, kind of thing. So last week, it was a Friday, I got on their website and I saw his profile there, and I cried because, you know, he was there, and I was like, I told Eric, I said, Eric, I want, if I'm allowed, if the SPCA allows me, I want to call them and see if I can pay for his adoption fee. So if someone comes in to adopt a cat, or they are looking to adopt him, his fee will already be paid for. And Eric's like, yeah, okay, go ahead. So his profile was up Friday. I called the SPCA Saturday. I asked if I could pay for his adoption fee. I said, you know, I was the one that surrendered him. It was my father's cat. I really want to pay his adoption fee for whoever adopts him. And they said yes, that I could do that. So I paid for his adoption fee last Saturday. And then Sunday, the SPCA is closed. They're not open on Sunday. So then I had gotten a message from a family friend, and she told me that she had filled out an application for the cat, and that she had a meeting to meet with him, and that, you know, once she had this meeting, that, you know, she was going to adopt him. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I'll be able to see him again because it's someone that I know who is going to be adopting him. So I was so excited about that. Well, she gets back to me telling me that there is someone ahead of her to go in to meet him, and that obviously if they decide to adopt him, then, you know, she's not going to be able to. And they did. They ended up adopting him. So I don't know who it was. Unfortunately, you know, the SPCA can't tell you who, you know, adopted the animal or anything like that. But, I mean, he was literally up for adoption pretty much 1.5 days, really, because he went up Friday, I paid Saturday, they were closed Sunday, and he was adopted on Monday. So he was like, he was there for a while, probably because he did have fleas, so he probably had to be treated for those, and, you know, I don't know if they run like tests and update their shots and all of that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it probably was a while until they got him situated and got his profile up. And I think they also like introduce them to other cats to make sure, you know, if someone is adopting and they have a cat, that they'll do well with another cat. And he did do well with other cats. So I was just, it was so like such a bittersweet feeling. Like, I was so upset but also so incredibly happy that, like, you know, even though he was there since October, he wasn't there long. Like, he was adopted right away. And I don't know if that had to do with because you know, they wouldn't have known that I paid the fee, though, if they went specifically onto his profile to have a meeting with him to adopt him, because it doesn't say that an animal is already paid for. So that's just crazy. And if I were rich and could do that like all the time, I would be calling the SPCA daily and like paying for all the animals' adoption fees, because that's just, I don't know, it was kind of crazy how soon, like how quick everything has been happening lately. And also like I don't even know if I mentioned it to you guys. There was always a stray cat that came around my dad's house for years, ever since my mom was alive. I'd say since 2008, I want to say, or 2009. 2008, 2009, or 2010, around that time frame, she started coming around as like a very young cat. And we would feed her, and my parents would let her inside to sleep, especially when it was cold outside. But she was an outdoor cat. She was a stray, and she would just, you know, get some food and come in and sleep, and that was it. So with her, you know, after Dad passed, I wasn't as concerned because she is a stray cat. She always was a stray cat. She always was an outside cat. She can fend for herself. The 3 months that my dad was in the hospital, she stopped coming around. And obviously she was getting food and sustenance somewhere, you know, had places to sleep. You know, she's an outside cat. They can fend for themselves. So I was not like real worried about her. I knew that she'd be fine. But I still worried because it's just what I do. And I was still like going in there, even after I had surrendered Binks, I was still going in there and giving her food and water, just so she had something, just because I didn't know what other houses she was visiting to get food and water. So turns out the neighbor right beside my dad's house like asked what we were doing with the stray cat, and you know, pretty much said like, well, you know, nothing really, like she's just gonna run around like she always has. And they said, well, unfortunately, like we can't bring her inside or anything like that because they also have an elderly dog with health issues. But you know, the cat, she is so sweet. Like that's why I named her Huggins, because like she would always just want held, and just like she would literally wrap her paws around your neck and hug you. She was just the sweetest cat ever. And I think the lady fell in love with her because she was just so incredibly sweet, which I don't blame her. And she's like, well, we're gonna continue to feed her and give her water, and we're also gonna like they have a fenced in yard, and she said we're also gonna let her into like they have also like a screened in like porch type area, and she said that we'll let her come in there to sleep and like get out of the rain and snow or whatever. And that just warmed my heart. Like that was another just kind of off my back type of feeling. Like it wasn't like something pressing on my shoulders worrying about. And then when I went over there, like when I've been going to the house to like put trash out and stuff still, they have a 2-car garage, and what they did with one of the bays of the garage is they have it like opened about this far, and then they have some like wood to like keep it raised up, and there's like enough room for her to get into the garage and then over to the fenced in yard and into the screened in sun porch to get her food and water and a place to stay dry and keep warm. And oh my gosh, it just warmed my heart so much. Like I've just been so thankful that like even though I've been going through like the worst time in my life, that like so many things have been going right. Like even though everything else has gone wrong, the other things are going right. And I definitely feel like my parents are playing a role in that, to keep like the stress at bay, because they know how much stress I'm dealing with everything. So to have other stuff be going good is just been miraculous, and I'm so thankful for it. So I just kind of wanted to update you guys with all of that. Everything seems to be okay, as much as going into the holidays sucks. And I'm not gonna cry. It will be my first Thanksgiving and first Christmas without both of my parents now. But thankfully Eric's father invited us over for dinner, so I don't have to cook Thanksgiving dinner this year. And probably for Christmas, Eric and I will probably just make our own like Christmas dinner for ourselves. So like last year, Dad was in the hospital, so he wasn't able to obviously like get up for Christmas anyway. But like overall, I think I'll be okay. I haven't started decorating yet. I plan to. Eric was saying tonight when he gets home from work that we'd start bringing some stuff up. So I'm gonna try and get into a little bit of a Christmas mood because, you know, I still really enjoy Christmas and I always will. But it sucks. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on everything that's just been happening lately, life-wise. So the cats are okay, the cats are fine, and the house is being sold, and we'll probably just, with the money that we'll get from the house is going to go into our savings account. And at some point, Eric and I have been living here. We have a townhouse. We moved in here in about, I'd say it was around 2008, I want to say, is when we moved in. So we've been here for a while. It's our first home together, and it was a good starter home for us as, like, you know, a couple living together for the first time. But we are, you know, wanting to move at some point to get like a single family home, something with like a bigger yard for the dog and that kind of thing. So it is something like we do want to move at some point. So that money will just go into our savings account until, you know, we decide to potentially move ourselves. But yeah, that's everything. I feel like I rambled for quite a while now with everything. That's why I kind of wanted to do my Christmas village box opening in another video, because I had a lot to talk about. But yeah, if you're still listening, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You have to let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you next time.